starting to become a Bill Maher fan. And, before I was kind of looking at him a little side-eyed because his views on, parts of the Middle East. But, I can push that to a side and say, you know what, I'm starting to become a fan of his. And I give him his props, despite Whoopi's comments towards him on The View, when the controversies that he say that's deemed controversial. I give him props for being an adult, being a grown man, putting that aside and saying, hey, what was done to a 60-plus-year-old woman was something that I don't agree with. What she said was factually incorrect. But to suspend somebody for 2 weeks is wrong. And this is coming from a Jewish man. He disagrees with what she said, but he's like, she should not have to suffer and be suspended for 2 weeks. So let's get on that. And then I'm going to talk to you guys more about this. And, we can have a discussion in the comments. So before I show you some of the video, hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, I'd appreciate if you subscribe and you click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Please subscribe and click the bell. Hit me up on my Instagram, JOA_media. If you want me to follow you, just let me know in the messages below. A lot of y'all have private accounts, so I'm not sure where your mind is. So unless you don't tell me, then I'm just going to assume you don't want me to follow you. So JOA_media. I'm not one of those people that don't follow back, I'm no better than anybody in the world, so I'm not like that. But so let's get to the video, and then I want to make some comments about it because I still feel like there's difference of opinions towards what happened to Whoopi. I keep getting comments from my previous video, and then I'll come back. Let's watch.
I want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Sure.
So everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no fucking thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. They just happen to coincide. But can I just say this? I had on last week Ira Glasser, former longtime head of the ACLU, talking about free speech. Whoopi Goldberg, who, by the way, I hope is still a friend. We can disagree with each other. Should not be canceled or put off her show, as much as I totally disagree with her crazy statement. Free speech. She should be there. She shouldn't get a timeout.
Okay, first I want to say this, and I said this in my previous video. Leave Kim Godwin alone. Please leave her alone. She's the first ABC News president, right? She's not the president of the network. She's the president of the ABC News division. There's a difference. Kim Godwin has bosses she has to attest to. From Walt Disney. Walt Disney owns ABC, and I'm sure they had some type of formal meeting where they decided, okay, well, maybe 2 weeks suspension suffices because, hey, we have people in this company that are of the Jewish faith. We have people that are watching us that are Jewish. We have also stakeholders and advertisers that attest us to certain standards, just like YouTube attests YouTubers to certain standards where certain things they deem controversial and they're going to demonetize. So now you have money on the line. You have people's taking this offensively. That's on the line as well. And then so you have someone that Kim Godwin is adhering to because she has bosses as well, and they formulate a decision on what to do. So leave the woman alone. Just because she is black, that doesn't mean she's going to defend Whoopi. This is business at the end of the day. And I feel like I understand representation. I understand people are very hardcore when it comes to someone that looks like them. But, right is right, wrong is wrong. What she said was factually incorrect. Point blank. Adolf Hitler saw them as an inferior race, and he did what he did to those 7 million Jewish people just because of that. Okay, that's just point blank in a period. Okay, I mean, there's no debate on that whatsoever. I don't care. Down the street, down the line, somebody with a lighter complexion than you that look white, you don't know they're Jewish. That can happen, but that's not the point. That's history. That's what he did. People saying she misspoke. No, she did not. She did not misspeak. She said it on The View. She said it on Stephen Colbert. That's just the truth. And I'm not going to sit here and defend somebody just because they're a person of color. I like to be balanced. Okay. I like to be balanced. I'm against this suspension. I'm against this cancel culture. But let's just call facts on facts. What she said was wrong. That was her feelings because she attested to that on Stephen Colbert. Quote, As a black person, I look at race as what I can see. That's what she said on Stephen Colbert. Okay. And that's not right. Because not only are you alienating the Jewish people, you're also alienating people from your own race, because black people come in different shades. There's people my color that are black. There's people lighter than me who are black. There's people darker than me who are black. So not only are you alienating other people, now you're alienating people of yourself. And so I keep getting comments. I'm sure her intentions weren't bad, but what she said was false. And it was time that God put her in check. Put her in check and say, hey, like, you're human, okay? You're human. You're supposed to have feelings. You need a reality check. I'm going to suspend you, right? Because she has a history of saying ignorant stuff about the black community, with the Holocaust, with my people as well, calling Linda Sarsour anti-Semitic, the Palestinian New Yorker, who was not invited on The View when they were discussing the Women's March. Instead, Tamika Mallory and this Jewish woman was on The View for that, okay? But The View did not have on Linda Sarsour, and Whoopi said that she was anti-Semitic from her mouth, which I thought that was highly offensive for her to even say that, but whatever. So she has a history of saying ridiculous statements. And so, I hope this 2 weeks she does get a self-reflection on what's going on. I also want to add that there's people who are saying, well, you're a Palestinian. Why are you defending the Jews? Well, because they're not my problem. The government is my problem. Most Jews don't want what's going on overseas. They don't want that. They don't want that to occur. And, when you fight fire with fire, you're only making a bigger fire. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I'm not going to continue this divide that the media has. There's a division in the media. It's a business model. There's left versus right. Before the Trayvon Martin situation, before the Black Lives Matter situation, they fixated on Arabs and Muslims. OK, and so I had parents who have to purchase a Arab network so they can get at least some sort of accuracy from the Arab regions by watching the Arab news overseas. And so I grew up watching that. And so I know what the media is doing now. They transition to race because they see that it brings a divide and it brings a stigma. It brings clicks and controversy. And it's sad to say that I personally know what they're doing and I see them, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people who are in this business don't know what they're doing. They're just being fed this divide and this division that the media creates. And it's unfortunate. And I appreciate Bill Maher for defending her. I respect that as an adult. This man was canceled back in 2002. He had a show called Politically Incorrect on ABC, the same network, because he made some controversial statements about 9/11. I did not know this until one of my subscribers told me about this last night on my live stream. During the September 17, 2001 episode, Maher guest Dinesh D'Souza disputed Bush's label, saying the terrorists were warriors. Bill Maher agreed and replied, "We have been the cowards lobbying cruise missiles from 2008. That's cowardly." So this man was canceled from that show, and he's on HBO. And HBO is like a unique network. You can be creative and you can say a little bit more outlandish things or more realistic things that everybody say in real life versus on a network that's more corporated like an ABC. So he knows what cancel culture feels like, and it's not a good feeling. It's really not. It's not a good feeling, And so I just advise people to open their mind. I understand representation. I understand people being biased towards protecting their faves, their favorite, whatever you want to put it. But let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, okay? Because we can go back and forth, tit for tat. We can bring Sharon Osbourne in this situation. We can bring other people who are canceled for, minor situations or worse situations. I don't want to do that on here because I just don't, because that creates more of a divide. But I just want to say what Whoopi said was wrong. And am I for her suspension or whatever? No, I'm not. But at the end of the day, Kim Godwin, Whoopi's boss, has bosses that believe that suspension was a gateway to go for Whoopi. And that's all I have to say. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Hit me up on Instagram at JO8_media. Just got to be factual here. Got to be factual. Deuces. Yeah.